If your iPhone is completely out of storage and you're getting error messages like this left and right and you'd like to fix it, then stick around. I've got you covered. I'm Dylan Stewart, the Mac Whisperer, and in this video, we're going to tackle one of the most annoying and frustrating things that can happen to an iPhone: completely running out of internal storage. I'm going to share some of my best tips, but if you stick around until the end of the video, I'll reveal my MacWhisperer Power Tip, which will make it so that your iPhone never runs out of storage again. Now, before we jump right in and start fixing things, I want to take a moment and talk about the importance of using iCloud for most iPhone users. The iPhone has a certain amount of storage built in, so when you purchase your iPhone, whatever storage size you buy on the iPhone is the storage size you've got for the life of that iPhone. But iCloud storage is expandable. Apple gives you 5 gigabytes for free, but it's really not enough storage for anyone. So for 99 cents a month or even $2.99 a month, you can get 50 gigabytes of storage space or 200 gigabytes of storage space, which is going to solve most of the issues we're going to talk about in this video by itself. So if you're still using the 5 gigabyte free iCloud account, either because you don't trust the cloud, you don't like Apple, or you don't want to spend the money, you might want to reconsider it, because an investment of $12, $36, or even $100 a year, depending on which storage level you choose, will solve most of your internal storage problems by itself. We'll talk more about it as we get further into some of the tips. So that's tip number 1. Consider purchasing more iCloud storage space. Let's hop on over to the phone and get started. Now, you may have seen an error message that pops up on your screen and says something like this one, where it's telling you that your phone storage is completely full and to click the settings button. Even if you don't see an error message, start off by clicking right into settings here and coming down to where it says general, and then going to the iPhone storage space. Starting off at the top, we've got this bar that tells us how much storage space our iPhone has total, how much is used, and some of the apps that are using the largest percentages of it. We can see right here, music is taking up a lot, so are messages, so are the applications. But don't just take this information and start deleting stuff. You want to be a little bit more intentional about how you clear up this space. Down below, you'll see a section called Recommendations, which will give you ideas of ways to save space. To see all the recommendations, click the Show All button right here. As we scroll through these recommendations, we'll see that they're really oriented on specific apps. For example, up at the top, these two suggestions, the Review Large Attachments and the Auto Delete Old Conversations, are both about iMessage. Down here, Offload Unused Apps is about apps in the App Store. Right here, Remove Older Downloads is about the Podcasts app, and Optimize Photos is about photos. These are some of the applications that are causing the largest problems, and if you follow these suggestions, you'll clear up a little bit of space right away. Let's start at the top with iMessage. Where it talks about reviewing large attachments, there's something you need to understand about text message conversation. When you take a video or a photograph and you send it in a text message chain, it takes up storage space in that text message chain as well as in your photo library. But most people don't think about that. So in a lot of cases, there are large attachments floating around in messages that you don't need to hold on to. You can easily look through them by clicking on the Review Large Attachments section right here. It'll show you a list of all of the attachments throughout your messages chain, and it will organize them by size so that we can see up at the top, there's a video that's 1.6 gigabytes. Now, if that's a video that I took, I can delete it, but it actually looks like a video somebody sent to me. Let me click on it and take a look. As soon as I click on it, I recognize that this is a video a client sent me when we were creating a birthday slideshow for her husband. I don't need this video, so let's come right in here and swipe from the right to the left, and let's just delete it. And just like that, I've already saved more than 1.5 gigabytes just by deleting something that I didn't need. Now, as I look at some of these other videos, these are clearly videos of me. Let me take a look. Okay, so that's another video I just don't need, and I can swipe from the right and click delete. You can also click the Edit button in the upper right-hand corner and select any videos that you know you don't need and get them out of your message chain. In some cases, you'll see the same video time and time again. Maybe you were at a wedding and you took a video of the bride and groom saying their vows, and then you shared that video with your mom, your brother, your sister, the bride, the groom, some friends. Now that large video is in your message chain 5, 10, 15 times, and it's also in your photo library. So there's no reason to keep videos that you shot. But sometimes you've got a video that somebody sent you and you'd like to keep it. Don't leave it in the message chain where you've got to scroll through conversations to find it. Add it to your photo library. Click on the video itself and then come right into this screen and click the share button in the lower left-hand corner and choose Save Video right here. That will put that video into your photo library and optimize it so it's not taking up so much space. It also makes it so much easier to find those videos and photographs when you're not looking through the messages in order to find them. You can do that with videos, you can do that with photographs, or you can even do that with audio files that someone sent you. Simply clicking the share button in the bottom right corner will allow you to save that into files, into Dropbox, or into other locations so that you have it easily when you need it. That's the first step you want to take, is clear out the large attachments out of your message chain so that you can save the space. The next suggestion is also about iMessage, and it's suggesting that I turn on auto-delete old conversations. This means if there's a conversation where there's been no update in over a year, it will automatically delete it from your phone. This is really helpful if you've got conversations that just aren't that important for you to save. I tend to use my message chain as an archive of all the conversations I've had over the years, so I leave this turned off. In addition to those settings, there's another setting that can really help save space for messages. But as we talked about before, it's going to require you to have enough iCloud storage space to hold all of those messages. The downside is it'll take up your iCloud storage space. The plus side is you can always get more iCloud storage space and it'll clear space off your phone. It's really easy to do by coming into Settings and coming up to the top where you see your name. From here, click on iCloud, and then click where it says See All next to Save to iCloud. This will show you the list of all the different things you can store in iCloud, and if you see right here, Messages in iCloud is turned off. No wonder my phone's so full. If I click this on, it will immediately start creating storage space on my phone and might solve my problem altogether. Let's click it. It'll take a little while for it to sync up, but once it does, this phone will be fully synchronized with any other Apple devices I have with this same Apple ID. And I'll clear up a ton of local storage on the phone so the phone will work better. As we come back to this section, let's scroll down and see what the next options are. Right here, we're going to see that there are a ton of podcasts being stored in my Podcasts app. This happens all the time when people use podcasts. Sometimes they don't even use them on this device, but all of your podcasts are synced across all of your devices. So even if you listen to them on your computer or on your iPad, your phone may be regularly downloading new episodes from your favorite podcasts and clogging up the storage space. It's easy to partially fix this by clicking this button here that says Remove Older Downloads. That means that once you've listened to a podcast, it will automatically remove it. But there's another way to fix it too. If we come into the Podcasts app here and click where it says Downloaded, we'll see all of the different downloaded podcasts we've got. By clicking the three dots in the upper right-hand corner, we can choose where it says Remove All Downloads. One simple click and it will take all of the downloads from all of the shows off my phone and save me storage space. You may also want to hop into the shows section and decide whether you want to continue to receive new episodes from some of the shows that you're following. For example, if I come into the Mental Illness Happy Hour here, I don't really listen to that podcast. Pressing and holding on it will allow me to click Unfollow Show, which means I won't get additional episodes, or I can click the Settings button right down here, which will give me options of turning off automatic download or restricting it just to the latest episode, making sure if I don't listen to it, I'm not holding on to a ton of unplayed episodes. It's also important to make sure that you've got Remove Played Downloads turned on so it will delete podcasts once it's completed. Let's head back over to Settings. Now here we've got a suggestion about optimizing photos. Everybody loves taking pictures on their iPhone, but not everybody uses iCloud for the storage of their photos. If you aren't using iCloud, that's another really powerful way where you can not only save lots of space on your phone, but make it easier for your photos to get to your other devices. By using iCloud Photos on your iPhone, your iPad, and your computer, you'll always have all of your photos in one place, meaning you only have to organize them once. But there's a setting for photos that sometimes gets left on. Let's head over to the Photos app and take a look. First off, If iCloud Photos is turned off, there's no problem with that. You can certainly use your phone without using iCloud Photos, but it will definitely eat up your phone's storage, and you'll find yourself having to manually move photos off of your phone on a regular basis. If you've got a PC or don't have a computer at all, it's still valuable to use iCloud Photos because it means you'll have a full backup of your photo library. Or you can go to iCloud.com, even on a Windows machine, and access your entire photo library there. I like the way that Apple Photos organizes, synchronizes, and allows me to edit and share all of my photos. So if you're not using iCloud Photos, I highly recommend turning it on. And if you are using it, you'll notice this setting down here that says Optimize iPhone Storage versus Download and Keep Originals. This is a really problematic setting unless you've got tons of available storage space on your phone. You see, when you take photos with your iPhone, you're taking super high resolution photos. They are literally the size of billboards. And no, I don't mean figuratively. If you've ever driven down the street and seen a billboard that says shot on iPhone, they didn't enhance those photos to put them on the billboard. That's the size that they were actually taken in. We're taking really high quality, high resolution photos, and they can clog up your phone in no time flat. But if you turn on iCloud Photos, what it does is it takes the high resolution photograph and it stores it up in the cloud, leaving a reference file down on your phone that is good quality, but as long as you've got an internet connection, you immediately connect to the high quality one anytime you click on the photo. This can save 90% of your storage space just like that, because you don't need to hold on to those high resolution photographs. You can leave them in the cloud. Now, if you've got tons of storage space, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. But if you do have tons of storage space and this particular setting is turned on, it's going to eat up that storage space. So for most people, I recommend just clicking right here where it optimizes iPhone storage. That means keep the high quality ones in the cloud, the lower quality ones on your phone. And don't worry, whenever you edit, print, or share a photograph, you're always editing, printing, and sharing the high resolution version. So you can make sure that all of the beauty of the pictures you take is perfectly captured and accessible from your phone or your other devices anytime you want. Now, once you've gone through all the recommendations, there's still more things that you can do. If you continue to scroll down beyond the recommendations, you're going to actually see the file size of all of the apps you've got. Here you can see that my music app it's a little out of control. Some people love to download music to their phone, and there's no problem with that. But if you've got Apple Music, or if you purchase your music from iTunes, you don't need to store it on your phone. Apple will store that in the cloud for you pretty much for free. It's easy to slim down the music that's on your phone by clicking right here on the music section. As you scroll down here, you'll see all the songs and even all of the artists. Whenever I need storage space and want to clear some stuff out of my music app, I'll come down here and I'll look at the separate artists. Pay attention to how many songs they've got versus how much storage space it's taking. For example, here we've got Alec Benjamin. He's got 3 albums and it's almost a full gigabyte. I like Alec Benjamin, but that's a lot of storage space. Simply swiping from the right to the left, I can delete those from my phone. They stay in the cloud and you can still play them at any time, but they're no longer taking up storage space. Scrolling further down that list, you're going to find a ton of artists who are using a huge amount of storage space. I mean, I love the Beatles, but that's 3 gigabytes. Let's come on in here and let's eliminate a couple of the albums that I don't listen to that often. For example, I don't really need the Anthology album and I don't really need the Past Masters album. And just by eliminating a few albums, I can cut the storage space by ½ a gigabyte or more. So take a little bit of time and clean up any songs that you don't need to have on your phone when you don't have an internet connection. Remember, if you have an internet connection, you can play these songs anyways. In addition to manually deleting and editing the songs from your music library, there's another setting we should talk about. Let's click the back arrow here and let's go all the way back to the beginning of settings, down to apps, and right into the music app here. From here, there's a really important setting called Optimize Storage. Optimize Storage, when turned on, will automatically offload songs from your phone if you run out of storage space. This is another great option to just make sure your phone has enough room to do the things that you need to do, but it doesn't give you the choice of which songs it's going to remove. So if you care about the music library you're holding local on your phone, manually edit it. But if you just download songs on a regular basis and just want to make sure you have some songs, turning on Optimize Storage here is a great, easy way to save you tons of space. As we look a little further, we see Notes. Notes is taking 3 gigabytes. Why? It's just a bunch of notes. If you see notes on this list like I do, it's really easy for you to figure out which notes are causing the storage issues. Here's how we do it. We're going to swipe up from the bottom and go into Notes. Inside Notes, click on the search bar here, and then choose where it says Notes with Attachments. That's usually where the problem is. I can take a look and see if I need that attachment or if I need that note altogether. This is an ancient note. I don't need this guy at all. So I can come up to the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner and just delete it and save myself that space. So let's head back over to Settings and continue down this list. As we continue beyond Notes, you're gonna find all sorts of apps that you forgot you have on your phone, and some of them are really heavy. For example, this app CapCut is taking up 2 gigabytes. It's a great video editing app, but I don't really use it on my phone. So what I can do is I can swipe from the right to the left like this, and I can choose to either offload it or delete it. Offloading it takes the app and sends all of its information to the cloud and stores it there for me in case I need it in the future. Deleting it just removes it from my phone altogether. So decide whether you need that app or are never going to use it. In this case, I'm going to offload it because I may want to use it in the future. But coming down just a little bit further, I've got this Card of Darkness game. I don't play that game, and I don't want to waste that space. So I can swipe from the right, hit the delete button, and just remove that app altogether. Every app you delete or every setting you change gives you a breathing room inside of the phone's local storage. I'm going to delete this Don't Starve game as well, a swipe, and I'll press delete. Continue your way all the way down this list. Eliminate any apps that you're not using, especially if they're big, heavy apps. And if it's an app like WhatsApp or something that's a communication app, go into the app itself or go into the settings for the app. In many cases, there are ways to change settings that can save storage space, whether it's automatically deleting the contents of that app at a certain point or offloading it to the cloud or to your computer. So if you followed all of these steps, you found some great places to save some space on your phone. Maybe you've deleted some of the downloaded music or cleared up some of the unnecessary attachments in your messages. Maybe you're even using iCloud better by sending your messages and your photos and even your music there. But there's still one more tip that I want to share with you. But before I do, if you got great value from this video and learned something new or even fixed your iPhone storage issues, give this video a thumbs up to make it easier for other people to find it. And if you've got a question, a comment, something you don't understand, or you're seeing something on your phone that's taking up a ton of space and it doesn't make sense, drop it in the comments section and I'll be sure to get back to you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, take a minute, hit that subscribe button, hit that notify bell, and make it easier for you to learn how to use your Apple products properly. I drop new content every week and I can't wait to share all the great information I have with you. And with that said, let's get into the power tip. So this is a 2-part power tip. The first part is one of the settings that we didn't talk about. I'm going to go into my recommendations and click Show All, and you'll see this section here called Offload Unused Apps. If you were paying attention when we went through the list of all of the apps, you probably saw a lot of apps that you don't use that often. This is an ongoing problem. People have downloaded hundreds and thousands of apps over the years, and they use like a dozen of them. And so there's all these apps clogging up your phone on a regular basis. Now, you can go through every app and delete the ones you aren't using, but most people aren't going to spend that time. Instead, if you come to this setting where it says Offload Unused Apps and you simply click Enable on it, it will automatically take any apps that you haven't used in 3 to 6 months and offload them up to the cloud. You won't lose any data, you won't lose any information, and you can always re-download them from the cloud later. But it's a great way to automatically save space on your phone without constantly having to worry about deleting photos, deleting messages, or deleting music. It'll just make sure that apps you aren't using aren't taking up space. If you don't see this option in your iPhone storage suggestions, click your back arrow, click it again, and then come down to where you see the App Store. And if you come down to the bottom of this section, you'll see this option right here to offload the unused apps. There's really no downside to it because if you're not using the app, why take up the storage space? And I promised you a second power tip There's a great app made by MacPaw called Clean My Phone. And if you download and install it onto your phone, it will give you all sorts of options like decluttering, removing duplicates, helping you organize, and even checking your network and settings to make sure your phone works better than ever before. I really appreciate MacPaw and the software they make. I use their Clean My Mac on my computer, and I also use a program they have called SetApp. SetApp is an amazing tool that I use every day. For a flat rate of $10 a month, I get access to hundreds and hundreds of Mac, iPad, and iPhone apps that I use all the time. And Clean My iPhone and Clean My Mac are both included inside of a SetApp subscription. So if you're looking for a really easy way to clean the junk off your phone or your computer, or you love apps like I do and you're looking for amazing tools, you should consider checking out SetApp. I've got a link down in the description below. If you do choose to click on that link, I earn a small commission from any sales made through that link. But I'm not telling you because I want to make money. I'm telling you because I use SetApp all the time, and I genuinely believe it's one of the most helpful programs I've ever found to make sure I've got fantastic apps to solve really complicated problems no matter what device I'm on. So that's what we've got for today's lesson, but there's always more to learn. Check out this video right here for more tips and tools on how to become amazingly productive and organized using your Apple products. I'm Dylan Stewart, the Mac Whisperer, and I will see you in the comments.